Of outstanding historical interest as Princess Elizabeth drives in state from Buckingham Palace in an open landau to receive the freedom of the city of London. Her Royal Highness, the first heiress to the throne to be given this great honor, is loudly cheered by thousands of Londoners as she drives to ancient Guildhall, scene of so many colorful occasions in the past. On arrival, Princess Elizabeth is received by the Lord Mayor, resplendent in his robes of office. A pleasant surprise awaits the crowd, for Princess Margaret is present to watch this impressive ceremony. In accordance with ancient custom, the ceremonial begins with the Chamberlain asking, "Who presents Her Royal Highness?"
Who presents Her Royal Highness the Princess Elizabeth?
The Master and Warden of the Worshipful Company of the Drapers.
Then the Princess, having made her declaration as a freeman, signs the Royal of Honor.
It is a great honor falls to me as Chamberlain to offer you the right hand of fellowship and to greet you as a citizen and draper of London.
As a memento of this auspicious event, the Princess is asked to accept an antique English diamond brooch. And taking her place before the distinguished assembly, Princess Elizabeth makes her reply.
I feel very proud of the fact that I was born in this great metropolis. I have said that we must get to know the men and women of the Dominion as they really are. It is equally important to know ourselves as they know us. I do not think that we in this country fully realize the respect, admiration, and affectionate goodwill in which we are held by the people of the Commonwealth. My Lord Mayor, I have not yet thanked you for the magnificent gift with which you have presented me. I shall always treasure it for the memories of this happy day that it enshrines. You have given it to me as a token of your loyalty and trust. I accept it as a pledge of my devotion and my duty, which, with the help of God, I will maintain all my life.
Yes, it was certainly glorious Ascot this year. For one thing, the weather had improved, and for another, the note of austerity seemed to be less pronounced than usual since the war. The sun was shining and the temperature was creeping into the 70s when the royal family arrived. The king himself led the return to the morning coat and grey topper, which characterized male fashion this year. The queen was dressed in pale lilac. As everyone knows, it's always been a toss-up whether the racing or the fashions are the more important at Ascot. As far as the ladies are concerned, I feel there can be no room for doubt. Anyway, the first day saw what was undoubtedly the biggest and best fashion parade since 1939. Before the men, as I've already said, the grey topper was once again on top. For the first time since the war, in fact, Ascot really looked like Ascot, a welcome sign of the time. Mind you, once you've commented on masculine fashions, there's not really much more to be said. But I rather feel there's a lot that could be said about these. But frankly, I'm struck dumb with admiration. In the royal box with her parents was Princess Margaret, paying her first visit to Ascot. There was a field of 23 for the day's big race, the Ascot Stakes, including a strong French entry. A good start, and they were away on the 2.5-mile handicap. British racegoers, almost resigned by this time to French victories, were heartened by the fact that the earlier races had proved that English horses can still show a clean pair of heels. No wonder the 3 French horses were the centre of interest as the field began to string out. Away in the country on the second time round, Garter Club 12 is in the lead, but 6 furlongs from home. Number 26, Good Afternoon, moved up. You'll hear more about him in a minute. Coming up to the last bend now with Renard Volant, who won last year, and Roman Magic almost neck and neck. Into the straight, and Renard Volant was away on his own and steadily increasing his lead. Here, however, there was tragedy. Good Afternoon crashed the rails and fell. Renard Volant raced on to win for the second year running. A thrilling moment this, a British horse beating the French entry easily, with Smithholm second and Piping Time third. An all-British win. No wonder the Princess was enthusiastic. In spite of carrying top weight, Renard Volant had shown his quality again. A welcome victory and the timely vindication of British racing standards.
It was a perfect summer morning when Her Majesty drove from the palace to witness trooping the car with the Duchess of Gloucester, Princess Margaret and little Prince William. USMM had front row places. For the first time, the King was accompanied by Princess Elizabeth, gracefully riding side saddle. 1,100 men of the Brigade of Guards were on the Horse Guards parade as His Majesty, the Princess and the Duke of Gloucester arrived. The King wore service dress of Colonel-in-Chief Coldstreams. His daughter, a specially designed uniform of dark blue, as Colonel of the Grenadiers. Many onlookers regretted that in keeping with the austere times, trooping the colour was performed in battle dress. Times what they may, much of the glamour and spectacle of this ceremony held in honor of the King's official birthday was recaptured. Not since 1939 has His Majesty inspected his guards, lining the square for trooping the colour. After the inspection, the King returned to the saluting base. Since the Horse Guards last resounded to the marching and melody of this traditional pageant, the Brigade of Guards have added luster to their unrivaled reputation. Victories have been won on battlefields in many parts of the world. The Regimental Sergeant Major carried the colour to the ensign of the escort. The colour selected was that of the 2nd Battalion Coldstream Guards, who mounted the King's Guard of that day. ceremony, the King rode off the parade ground at the head of the brigade of guards, who marched past him at the saluting base of Buckingham Palace. Trooping the colour this day marks not the return to the world of 1939, but the advance, determined and purposeful, to brighter years ahead.